What's up? What's up, you guys? Welcome to our Friday workshop. I got a lot of good stuff to share with you guys. I got a big announcement that I want to make. But first things first, I want to go over the 9 grant winning commandments. And this has been a high demand topic that I've been getting in my inbox since I started talking about grants earlier this year. And you guys already know, as of this day, right here today, I'm super pumped. I'm excited because I watch what is happening from Congress, from our local governments. I'm watching it all, and I'm seeing how much money is being pumped into the economy tank for entrepreneurs. And what breaks my heart, that I would say there's still, and I'm not over exaggerating, I would say still there's probably 90% or more of entrepreneurs who have not applied for a grant this year. And it blows my mind because I'm sitting here days away from finding out if I just won a $150,000 grant. And this is March. This is March, and I'm about to get hit with a 6-figure grant. And I've already applied for plenty more. So they hit in sections, right? And for some of you all, I would say $100,000 would probably mean a world of a difference to your business. It would mean you don't have to take out any credit cards. It would mean that you don't have to take in more loans. This is money that you don't have to pay back. And again, it just like blows my mind that business owners today, with all the information that's available to us, we still aren't getting the communication from our local officials that grants are available right out in your front door, right? From your city to your county to your state. But here, guys, I'm gonna break it all down. I'm gonna share with you exactly what you need to do. I'm going to share exactly what action steps that you must take to get your business grant ready. Because there's one thing to write to grants. Unfortunately, you keep losing these grants because you aren't grant ready. You are not proving to these lenders, to these grant makers, that you would be someone that they can trust with this money, and you're going to do what you say you're going to do. You have zero plan of action, no real idea of like financial forecasting or what are you going to spend the money on. There are some low-hanging fruit that sometimes you just put your name and your tax EIN and your email and your business address, you send it up, and sometimes you'll get the low-hanging fruit, right? You'll get like 2,000, 5,000, and that's great. But wouldn't you want to learn how to get the $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 and more? Wouldn't you want to learn how to do that? And you can be a small mom and pop shop. Matter of fact, you can be just like me, and your business is your laptop. Your office is the world, right? It could be Starbucks. It could be down the street. You can have one of those places, was it the workplaces where you pay like $149 a month and you get to rent space for an hour a day, right? It could be anything, you guys. So don't think that your business is too small to get the funding that you need. So I want to ask you guys a question. I want you guys to be honest and put it in the chat box for me. Let me know how many grants you have applied for this year. I don't care about how many you won at this moment. All right. Just how many grants have you applied for this year? Put it in the chat box for me. I'm really interested. I want to know. If you want to share what your industry is, maybe because you don't think your industry is eligible for a grant, you might be right. I'll tell you who's not. I'll let you know exactly who is not eligible for a grant. So that's not hard at all. But I just want to know if you have not, or how many. Maybe you've done 100. Maybe you've done 1. Let me know in the chat box right there. Now, for the businesses who cannot be helped, all right, well, I can't help you. I'm not saying you can't be helped. But if you have a gambling business, if you sell firearms, if you do like the lottery, well, that's gambling, I guess, in a sense. Alcohol, if you sell alcohol, then normally you are not eligible for any grants. Okay, so if that's applicable to you, let me know that's you. If it's not me, just say, hey, not me. All right, it's all good. You know, because if you are any business outside of the few that I just talked about, it has to be a legal entity, obviously. But if you're any other business, then you can get a grant. You can get a business grant. And really, there is no cap. There is no cap other than your capability to serve the purpose of the grant. What do I mean by that? You can win a $500,000 grant, for example. Let's say you go on grants.gov, you've watched my videos, you've joined my course, so you learn how to go and get those major grants. Okay, let's just say that's a scenario. You win the grant. You normally will get 12 months to spend that money. your grant maker is going to want to know, okay, you have a need right now and you're going to spend that money right now. If you do not spend that money right now, you better find a way to pass that money along to an eligible organization through permission of the grant maker, or you got to send the money back. All right. You can't just get money and hold on to it forever and say, this is my retirement money. That's not how it works. It doesn't matter if you're a for-profit or a nonprofit. All right. So some people are saying that they applied for one grant. Okay. We got another person said just started on grants last week. Okay. You're getting started. That's good. All right. And then we got Hal. He said he's been slacking, but he's got one grant this year. Hey, I get it. I get it. Now, if you guys have ever won a grant, then I mean, hey, good for you. This should be a part of your business functions, right? This should be something that you do day to day as a business. But let's get to the meat of things. Let's jump right into grants. Are you guys ready to start talking about grants and the 9 things that you absolutely must do to get grants? If you're ready, let me know you're ready. All right, because I'm gonna do a shared screen and I'm gonna show you guys the 9 things that I think is completely essential, something that you should absolutely do right now. So if you're ready, say, Joe, I'm ready. Let's go. Stop wasting time. All right, because I don't want to waste your time, but I know that this is important information and I don't want to leave you guys hanging, without understanding how to get grant ready. If your business is grant ready, you're going to get more grants. That's just how it works. All right. So let's go ahead and share that screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen right here. This right here is what I call the 9 grant commandments. And this is going to change the game for you. And stay to the end, because if you stay to the end, I promise you that if you really do the steps that I share with you guys, the very last one is going to help you get funding, hopefully within the next 30 days. Okay. Can't make any promises because I don't know how hard you work. I don't know your work ethic, so I'm not going to promise you nothing. But I can promise you this: I'm going to give you value. I'm going to tell you it's nothing new, nothing groundbreaking, but I'm just going to tell you what works. All right. Because if it works, then you just do it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel and try to come up with some magical solution that's not proven. I'm going over the proven stuff. Number 1, you have to craft your epic grant proposal. Now, why did I put the word epic in front of grant proposal? Because some of you all put these boring, lame grant proposals that sounds really corporate, like you're trying to impress somebody, when really what people are looking for giving hearts. They're looking for mom and pops. They're looking for people who are writing with a passion. Like, I'm here to save the baby seals from choking on these plastic straws that keeps getting down their throats because people are doing all this waste. And if I can save one seal with $100, just imagine what $100,000 can do. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear, according to statistics from the federal government, seals are dying daily from these things and I need money. They don't want to hear that. All right. That's boring and nobody could care. They could care less. Okay. So let's get away from doing the boring stuff. Okay. Now, brandish your certifications. All right. So what if you're a veteran-owned business owner, right? If you're service disabled, that's even better. If you're a woman-owned business, if you're a minority business owner, they got something that's called BPOC, right? It's the Black, Indigenous People of Color. So it doesn't matter what your ethnic background is. Okay. If you fall in that category, you can get certified, right? Or you can find grants like in that area. You can be disabled. You can be a senior citizen. All right. You can be a small business certified. You can be a micro business certified, right? If you got 1 or 2 employees, I think that kind of qualifies to be a micro business enterprise. And that right there will get you set up for set aside grants and set aside government contracts. So these are things that you guys are just overlooking. A lot of times, people look at themselves. They're like, oh, well, I'm not a woman. I'm not a minority. I just can't get a grant. I'm like, look, dude, no. Look at your business. Your business is tiny. That means that you are a disadvantaged business. That means you can get grants easily. All right. You served. I don't care if you did 1 term or you did a full 20 years. It doesn't matter. You served. So that makes you a veteran. That puts you in front of the line. So there's different categories for different people. You guys heard me talk about this till I'm blue in the face. But get your certifications. Take the time and make sure the world knows that you're a certified business. You can get certified through your state and certified through the Small Business Administration, the SBA.gov. Okay, guys, I'm giving you some good stuff right there. All right, and I want you to wield AI like a pro. Now, AI cannot put the good stuff in there for you. It can just make you sound better from what you already write. So what I do with AI and what I teach, for people who see my course, you guys know I show exactly how I use AI. AI builds the framework of your house, right? It's the pillars, it's the framework, but you put the love and the family into what you're writing your proposal to. So if you're not a great writer like myself, I was never good at writing English. I was never good at, crafting messages, but I know what I want to put on paper. And so that's how I use AI. And I show people how to use AI. You just got to use the right prompts and make sure you do it in the right steps. You don't want to just say, hey, AI, I own a e-com business. Write me a grant proposal. You're going to get the most generic AI sounding proposal, and people are going to read right through you. They're going to see all the AI words and they're going to be like, nah, that's, he just, didn't put no time. He or she put no time into the proposal. So you really got to craft your message to where it resonates with your audience and use AI just to make it sound just a little bit better, give you a little bit of edge. Now, right here, I want you to gather your army of endorsements. And this is super, super important, you guys. When it comes to getting endorsements, I'm talking about from local leaders. It could be from teachers, politicians, your police chief, your city council members, right? You can go to your assembly people. You can go to your senators. If people know about your organization and you get an opportunity to present yourself, I usually send them a read ahead. I'll send them an email, say, hey, I'd really like to get your support. Here's a bit of my company. Let me know if I can meet with you. I'd love to get your endorsement, right? And then what you do next, you ask them to like, hey, can I get a one-page, endorsement? I usually give them a template. I usually send them a template and say, hey, here's like, what other people have wrote. Feel free to use it and put your name on it or make your own, whatever. That takes a lot of work out of their hands. They'll give you 11 endorsements so you can slap that baby right there with that grant proposal, guys. See, this is stuff people don't talk about. People just go online and they just start applying for grants and they don't think about the attachments. They don't think about like what extra can make me stand out amongst all my peers. Because if you're competing nationwide, you're competing against a lot of people. But even locally, the competition is so much more slim, but you got to make sure that you still try to stand out. And that's really, really important. Now, right here, I put march into local chambers. Let me tell you something. If you live in a city that is very active, engaged in the community, you get into the local chamber of commerce, they always have somebody who knows somebody that's in an important seat. I'm a part of a chamber, and my chamber president always reminds me, she says, Joe, if you're ever going to apply for a local grant, you let me know, because I can almost guarantee that I can help you get through the door, because I know people who work in these areas that approve grants, and I know what they're looking for. So instead of you wasting your time writing the wrong thing, I can guide you and tell you how to write so that they can say, okay, this is acceptable. Okay, so that's why it's so important to network and to get involved with the chamber. And if these chambers are decision makers and they know you do a great thing, they know you're actively involved, they know that you got a good heart, they're going to see your grant, request come across their desk. And naturally, human instinct, they're like, oh, I know that person. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get them in the grant process. And if you make a mistake, they're probably going to pick up that phone and call you and say, hey, Joe, great to see you at the chamber meeting last week. I noticed your grant proposal came across my desk. You're missing page number 3. I need you to go ahead and fill that out so I can approve you for this $50,000 grant. It's just that simple, guys. I mean, it's really just like doing a little bit extra that other people aren't willing to do. I mean, why sit there and spend, endless hours trying to apply for grants, and you are missing the mark on the little things that will get you over the edge? All right. Over here, I put declare your intentions. And that's just basically writing your letter of intent. All right. That just means that you're telling them what your mission is. What are you trying to do? It's usually 1, maybe 2 pages, and that's it. Because sometimes people only got a second to scan what you're all about. Sometimes I'll put like a nice little picture in there just to kind of draw their eyes to what I'm trying to do. But I try not to make it too wordy, not too fluffy. I tell them exactly what it is. Usually page number 2 for me is usually like my financial breakdown. I tell them how I'm going to spend the money. That's usually page number 2. Okay. I try to get right to the point. If they want to learn more, I'll send them my grant playbook. Yeah, I have a playbook, guys, and it's not hard. Let me tell you something, guys. You can get your business totally grant ready, and you can be in the 6 figures winning grants just by following some of my small strategies. Okay, so I got you. This one right here says leverage the power of networking. Again, not just like your local politicians, but I'm talking about like other business owners. You get out there, go to these parent teacher meetings, go to these like, city council meetings, and then meet these people, network with people, let everyone that you can know, get them your business card, right? And say, hey, just want to give my card. Hey, and they're not going to call you. Business cards, for the most part, nobody calls people. But you know what, though? You'll be familiar. You're going to remember, oh, he spent a little time on his business card. It looked nice. And I remember hearing that name. So now you're getting that visibility. And I'm telling you guys, every little bit counts. You may not think it does, but I promise you, every little bit counts. Now, this right here, it says showcase your impact. All right. So how does your venture go beyond the profit? Who are you helping? Like you got to think about this. Yes, you may have a business that's pretty self-serving, right? You sell, I don't know, minerals or rocks, or you sell hot dogs, whatever. But think about like this. What if you were the type of person to where, yes, I'm a business owner, but yes, I also go and I mentor people in disadvantaged communities on how to start their own business like mine. You know your business better than anybody else. You started a business that most people don't know how to start. Maybe you go and you volunteer at the local chamber to talk about your business. And maybe you go to like, I don't know, go to the a military base near you, and you get in there and you get to like brief like spouses looking for like a part-time side gig. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. But what I'm saying is, if you can go out there and showcase in your grant proposal what you do and how you're making a compelling difference in your community, you're helping troubled teens get active by doing whatever you do in your business, or teaching them how to start being an entrepreneur. This right here can be compelling to the reader. Okay, it doesn't have to be a full-time thing. It can be something you do once a quarter, once a month. I don't know, but track your numbers, track who you impact, and like what you do. Maybe you go sponsor a highway. Maybe you just pick up trash once a quarter in a local highway. You and your family, guess what? You adopted a highway. You're involved with the community. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't take a lot of work to get this money. And if $50,000 or $100,000 could change your life and change your business, why would you not want to do something like this? Why would you not want to get actively involved? All right. Now, right here, embrace continuous evolution. Okay, because things are always changing and you have to be willing to learn. You have to put yourself in a room with other people who are doing it. Let me give you guys an example. Earlier this year, I just flew out to DC. I won a grant, and they flew me out to DC. I had my hotel paid for, food paid for, my training was paid for, and I got to learn how to, apply and win, government contracts, right? Well, I was in a room full of people who have already been winning contracts. I had other people, other entrepreneur peers that were once students like myself, and they were winning these $50 million, $100 million contracts. So I got to learn, I got to be in a room. So now I'm well connected, and now I'm working day to day with a community of people who are helping me continuously learn and have different ways to attack how I'm going to get these different government contracts. You can do the same thing with grants, you guys. You can get into a community of people who are finding grants that you didn't know about. Like the Google grant. Most people don't know that Google has a grant for nonprofit organizations, veteran-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, and so on and so forth. And they give up to $100,000 for an entire year to run your business on their platform, guys. That's massive. That's massive. And most people don't know it. And I found out because of the group that I was actually interacting with and networking with. You can do the same thing. So here's the deal, you guys. This is what I want you guys to do. I put together a bonus for you guys, and I call it Grant Works. And in that program, I am coaching people for less than $50 a month. Less than $50 a month, no contracts, no commitment. I'm going to coach you just like I'm doing today. I'm going to show you how to find grants, how to win grants, answer any of your grant questions, mentor you so you can get your business grant ready. I put the link around in the description, somewhere around this video right here. I put the link there. Guys, if you're ready, just tell me you're in. Just say I'm in, and then click the link. Join the community. It's brand spanking new. This is going to be more than just my weekly Friday stuff of me coming in here, telling you guys great news and saying, hey, look at this grant I just applied for. No, this is going to be like grant mentorship on steroids. Okay. You're going to get a lot of love and you're going to get a lot of support. And if you find yourself not having any time, you're finding yourself finding grants are stressful, you're going to find yourself the grants are just frustrating, confusing. Listen, this is your solution right here. I put this together because I wanted, number one, I want to be affordable for you guys. I want to make it worth your time. And I also want you guys to get all the support and mentorship and coaching that you can possibly ask for in that group right there. And not only did I create that group that is literally just less than $50 a month, I also got templates in there that you guys are going to be able to have access to. You guys got my grant course that you'll get a massive 40% off of my course if you want it. You don't have to get it. It's not necessary because you got me. I'm coaching you every day. So, well, I'll be in there helping you daily, getting your business ready. Okay. So this is going to be massive for people who are ready for the grants. You guys got to be ready to put in the work. You guys got to be ready to actually build your business and get this money that you don't have to pay back. It's not about your credit score. It's not about how long you've been in business. And, like all these things that we get disqualified for when we go to the bank and we want to get a business, loan or line of credit. And they're like, well, if you've been in business for 2 years, and you're thinking to yourself, well, hell no, I haven't been in business. I just started. I'm struggling. I don't got enough money in my savings account. My personal credit cards are maxed out. What do you mean? I just need money so I can market my business or buy the equipment so I can get started. Well, what if I was to tell you guys, if you got a business idea, you go to irs.gov and you apply for a free EIN, that right there will get you in the door to be ready to start applying for grants. And everything after that is just layers and layers of value that I'm going to show you on how to start winning grants. So guys, I'm super pumped. I'm juiced for you guys. This is the end of March. I want you guys to join my tribe, get in there, and be ready to start winning these grants with me and the other people who are in the program. Okay, you guys? So listen, don't forget right there, the link is probably there or somewhere around there. Click the link, join, get in there, and you guys are going to be ready to start getting pushed to getting your first or your next grant. I got you guys. Until then, next guys, I got to go get these kids. My day is over. You guys know I clock out around 3 or 4 every day because I'm ready to hang out with my kiddos and my wife. I'll see y'all later.